Right, so I'm only making this video at a later time because I was pretty much exhausted yesterday as this move was panning out or playing out. And before I get into the trade breakdown, there's V150, one is Deriv synthetic indices. So basically, we don't have the weekly time frame here, right? We don't have the weekly time frame here, but we do have it on the MT5 version of Deriv instrument. So, or on their MT5 server. So what you want to do is you want to use your brains and try to envision how the weekly time frame forms. Because if you look at how it's forming on that MT5 version, you realize that it opens on Monday and closes on Sunday. That's how the weekly candlestick is formed, right? And if you know the power of three, you know that basically or usually the weekly time frame either opens, trades higher. Am I getting a call? I think I'll skip on this, right? Closes, no, trades lower, forms a low, and then closes somewhere around the low, or maybe I don't know, somewhere there. But it forms an open, high, low type of scenario, or it does what? Or it opens, trades lower, and then trades higher, closes around that high. So that's basically the power of three. We open, manipulate, distribute higher or lower, and whatever. So using that ideology or using that logic, what I can envision here is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I'm looking at how Monday opens. It's not trading away from anything significant on the lows. Instead, it's forming what? It's forming this right here. It's leaving behind failure swings right here. It's a failure swing to this low. So this brings me to what? It's forming or it's inducing liquidity right there. So to me, that becomes a draw on liquidity if it happens that we get a reversal at a significant level somewhere here. So Monday opens, trades higher, doesn't do anything. It's a range bound bar. And if you pay attention to this right here, you realize that we have that series of up close candles that we closed through on Sunday. And to me, I'm looking at this as a potential area that we can trade away from, right? Series of up close candles should resist price lower. And that is what we get here. Monday trades into that. And what does Tuesday do? Tuesday manipulates this old daily high. That's a significant high right there. So series of up close candles getting traded into on Monday, and then Tuesday manipulates that old high. Then you would expect Wednesday to do what? Wednesday to expand away from that. That's your weekly open on Monday. Tuesday manipulate, and then Wednesday would expand, right? To a certain draw on liquidity. I just want to show you how they go hand in hand. And one thing you'd realize here is I'm not concerned about what Tuesday is doing because I just want to see, I just want to use Tuesday as something that gives me framework, something that adds to my narrative. And as I went into Wednesday, which was yesterday, there's what I had on the hourly. Why am I getting that? Okay, that pre sucks. But before the hourly, we can use the 4 hour. That's Tuesday's manipulation. Let me just do it right there. Bring this back. That's a drawn liquidity. So we have a confirmation of a reversal on Tuesday, which is the 15th, right? As you're changing the state of delivery right there, put in that reversal. Now you're confident to trade away from this high, right? You're confident to trade away from this high as you close through that. And then as Wednesday comes into play at midnight, I'm looking to see how we're going to be trading in respect of this up close candle, right? And that's basically, I don't know why it's not offering me the hourly time frame feed. Okay, no, now we got it. Right. So, right here, that is that 4 hour change instead of delivery. I'm not trading the reversal day. I want to trade the expansion phase. And then Tuesday open, Wednesday rather opens, trades higher, and we have a new change instead of delivery. That's the intraday reversal, right? That's the daily reversal. Inside of that 4 hour, up close candle. I'm not really demanding for that retest. I just want to see a bearish framework forming, open high low type of scenario on the intraday time frame, because that is basically the usual way that a daily time frame or a daily candlestick forms, right? So we get that here, and once I get this changing method of delivery, all I want to look for is a continuation signature. I want to see it close through an up close candle, and I'll be trading away from that. But sadly enough, I wasn't really participating in the marketplace as this unfolded. I only got to participate somewhere around here on the M30. If you look at the M30, that's where I usually find my continuation signatures. If it wasn't for my late participation, I could have used this up close candles, close through that, take my entry right there on the next open, put my stop loss there because I have a wide range to target, right? There's my drawn liquidity. So it would have been something like this. That's my entry. Then my stop loss is right there. And I get my 1:2 somewhere around here. Honestly, I just use my 1:2s and that's it. But I didn't participate here, nor here. Instead, I was active right about here. Close through this beefy up close candle right there. And we had a new up close candle getting close through. So as we close through this up close candle, I'm moving my stop here. So to me, I'm looking at that and I'm saying that is an opportunity for me to do what? Tag along into this expansion, because the drawn liquidity is still open, right? It's still open. And I can target my 1:2 right about here. But in all honesty, I think I got a very good feel. It was somewhere around here, upon that, almost close to that retest, right? So my 1:2 wasn't that really further away from that open drawn liquidity right there. And I'll show you that particular entry on the chart from my MT5. So yeah, I got that fill right there, close through this up close candle. I should have been trading here, but instead I got late again, realized there's still an open move, so I got engaged and I didn't put in another position. I think I only added somewhere around here on the M15. Let me just confirm. Put in something like 4 positions, right? It's much clearer on the M15. Up close candles, close through, up close candles, close through, and that's your entry. This could have been another re-entry right there to realign with the delivery, because you are trusting or you are expecting price to not do what, to not come back to take out this high, not that high, because those are your new invalidation points. So that's basically what I had on V150 1S. And here are the entries. These are screenshots from my MT5 and the M30 time frame. And as you can see, that is that up close candle. Let me go back to it so you can see it. M30, go back. Right, M30, close through that, come back into that, and I'm engaging right there. That's why I said my fill wasn't really on the open of this candle. It was somewhere deeper than that. Hence why I took my 1:2 on this, somewhere around this candlestick, right here, right there, on this one. So my entry, took everything off. This was a re-entry after we closed through with this newly formed up close candle. And on the M15, this is how it looks like. Series of up close, close through, I re-enter on that, close through. This was a proper entry on the M30, looking at the M30. I was just adding on a position, and that's basically what happened. So nothing really complicated about it. You can see the same thing is happening. I'm not concerned about the last part of the expansion, because price can easily just reverse on the other direction after taking this draw on liquidity. As long as I don't have an open draw, then I don't want to be engaged into the marketplace. So that's basically what I had on V151S. I'm not really familiar with this instruments. Their names to be specific, to be precise. But the price action is still the same thing that I use on uh, currencies and indices and futures and whatnot. So that's basically that for this particular trade breakdown. I hope you understand, or you took something away from it.